all those who watched the last live stream. So today we are going to be talking about respecting boundaries. Stop disciplining other people's children. Yeah, in Africa we always have this belief that a child is for the community. You can knock anybody's child, you can beat anybody's child. I will not lie, I was once guilty of that. You understand? I believe that, I can correct people's children, I can discipline them if they misbehave and all that. But it's no longer like that, guys, because this is the 21st century. This is the woke generation and all that. So recently there was somebody that was trending, a woman who tried to correct a teenager, and the teenager insulted her. Like, the teenager insulted her, like, don't talk to me like that, you fool, you this, you that. And people were like, whoa, that the woman stepped out of her way to correct somebody else's child. Understand? So when the teenager insulted the woman and everything, people were against the woman, and even some people even castigated the teenager that what she did was actually wrong by insulting an elderly person. But you know that in Africa, like, while I was growing up, it was not an issue. In fact, if an elderly person corrected me, I wouldn't even bother go home to tell my parents, see what this uncle told me, or see what this auntie told me, because it's not even an issue. You don't tell your parents that. It's expected that an elderly person can correct you. It's expected that an elderly person can even beat you self. You understand? It's expected that an elderly person can even punish you when you do wrong, and your parents will totally have no problem with that. But we have to understand that this is a new generation. You don't go about correct. Even teachers now are always put into trouble. Maybe you try to correct somebody's child, you see the woman, she will come and start fighting up and down. We heard the story of Mercy Johnson and all that, though the teacher was in the wrong and all that. But it's this generation, people are very sensitive. As I am now, I cannot just wake up and start sending another person's child on errand, because number one, you have the insecurity issue. You don't want to send that child, and maybe the child will get lost or one thing or the other, and it will be associated with you. And two, people are very, very careful. These I don't want anything to happen to my child. I don't want my child to get, in fact, I just want my child to be on his or her own. You understand? So all these things are things that have contributed to people, you understand, being sensitive. Like these days now, people are just very, very sensitive. I don't know if I'm the only one that I've observed it. Like recently now, like there's a culture that in Nigeria we used to have before. If somebody gives birth to a child, some elderly women or women around, or even young girls, we go there, we help the woman cook, we help the woman wash her clothes, even bathe the baby. But now people are very careful. If somebody gives birth to a child, you can go there, you will not even use your eye to see the child. They will tell you that the child is sleeping. Even if you like stay there for 10 hours, they will tell you that child is sleeping, and you will never see that child till you leave that house. So the thing has made people, if the person that gives birth to a child is not really very close to you, you will not like to go there, because you don't want people to associate you with any of their nonsense. So that's it. So on this issue of disciplining other people's children, seriously, I don't really see it as a problem before, but right now it's actually a problem, because most parents don't take it lightly when you discipline their child. I'm a teacher, I've been teaching for years, so we've seen how parents do behave when you discipline their child, and they don't know that that thing they are doing, in fact, it's going to come and they are shooting themselves. Teachers, when we were growing up, children used to fear their teachers even more than their parents. Even when a problem with his own child, he will report the child and the teacher to the teacher. The child will be even scared. Please, don't report me to my teacher. because my teacher will not take it lightly with me. You understand? So there's always this fear. Before, I'm not talking of now, there's always this fear that oh, my teacher is not going to take it lightly with me. I'll have to behave so that I will not be reported to my teacher. So when you, as the parent, have told that child that that teacher has no right to correct the child, that teacher has no right to discipline the child, when you have problem in future with that child, who are you going to take the case to? Who are you going to take the case to? You are bringing problems for yourself. You are bringing serious problems for yourself, because you are just telling your child that, oh, I've given you the liberty to behave as you like. That's what you are telling the child. Children, even the Bible said is that stupidity is in the heart of a child, but a rod of correction drives it away. When you are always fighting for your child, going to the school fighting, if a teacher as much as shout at your child or try to correct your child, the next thing you have tied your wrapper, you are going to the school to fight. You are just telling that child, not even indirectly, you are telling that child that I have given you the opportunity to be misbehaving as you like, because no teacher can correct you, no teacher can talk to you anyhow, because you are now like a fellow teacher, in short. So that's it. I know there are cases where some teachers actually beat children when the child has not done anything wrong, or maybe out of hatred, or out of maybe the teacher woke up from a bad mood, but it's not always the case. Most times when a teacher disciplines a child, that child must have done something to warrant that punishment. So you telling that child that, oh, no teacher can beat you, I don't even believe in unnecessary beating. I prefer maybe punishing a child, because beating itself even takes energy. So you're just telling that child that, oh, no teacher should beat you, no teacher should talk to you anyhow, because you have a mother. Other children there, they don't have mothers, they fell down from the sky. So that's the issue with our African society today. It's really bad, guys. It's really bad, because if we continue like this, we are headed for destruction. We are headed for serious destruction. Let me tell you guys a story. There was a school I did, there was a place I worked for an internship program. I did a program in that school. So that school, they don't beat children. It's a private school. They don't beat children for any reason. Can you imagine, you as a teacher, if a child misbehaves in the class, you go with the child to report to the person in charge. Then the person will now tell the child, don't do this again. If you do this again, this is the last warning. Like, those children are very unruly. They just behave anyhow as they like. They make noise. Nobody can beat them. Nobody can talk to them. Even as you are talking to them as a teacher, they don't even take you serious, because they know that whatever you are saying does not have any meaning. Whatever you are saying does not have any meaning. It's not going to go anywhere. So they don't take you serious. When you talk finish, you go your way. Could you believe that in that same school, they had a PTA meeting? The parents themselves opened their mouth to tell the school authority that they should start beating those children. Can you imagine? They should start beating those children, because these children are unruly. These children are indisciplined. They are not doing the right thing. Hello, please, if you are watching online, please say hi so I can see you. We are the first. This 9 minutes now, nobody has viewed. Please just say hi so that I can see you. Thank you very much. So the parents themselves told the school authorities that they should beat those children. They should discipline those children. They should let them. They should create fear in them. So the school authority were like, you people are always the ones coming to fight. Oh, you beat my child. You shouted at my child. You did this at my child. You did that at my child. The parents said they should not worry, that the parents have given the school authority permission to beat their children. Can you imagine? So all these things are what showing that sometimes, in as much as we want to be woke, in as much as we want to be we want to be diplomatic, but There is a stage in a child's life that requires discipline. When a child is growing up, you cannot start negotiating with a 2-year-old. Oh, you this 2-year-old. A 2-year-old will wake up in the morning and say, I want to drink, I want to lick sweet. You will now start telling the 2-year-old, oh, these are the reasons why you should not lick sweet. Don't you know that you are prone to diabetes? Don't you know you are going to have high sugar level? Don't you know you are going to get obese? Don't you know? That child does not really understand what you are saying, and he will never ever care to understand. So there are stages in a child's life where discipline is actually required, where discipline, where as in spanking and being firm with a child is required. When the child is now growing up, when the child is now getting to a teenage age, you can now reason with the child, because the child is now already having sense of a human being. But telling me that you won't discipline a child at all because you want the child to, you don't want to put the child, what is this our favorite word we always use, they always call it is it trauma, abi what, emotional trauma or whatever. Oh, don't talk to the child, let the child not have emotional trauma. Don't talk to the child, let the child not have depression and all those things. Come on, I believe in being fair and all those things, but childhood period is a time to mold a child. Please, it's a time to mold a child. So when you don't do the right thing, you are scared, you don't want the child to get trauma and all those things, you are just molding a child to become something else in the future. Yeah, you are molding a child to become something else in the future. Right now, when it's long vacation, just go on Facebook posts, go on Instagram posts, go on all social media. Parents are always complaining, hey please come and take these children, they want to kill me, they want to do this, they want to do that, and all those kind of things. Though some are just jokes, but some are actually serious. Some parents cannot stay with their children for 1 week. Then you cannot stay with your own child for 1 week, and you are even criticizing a teacher that is trying to help you to mold your child. Yeah, you even have the mouth to criticize a teacher, but the child that you gave birth to, you cannot stay with the child for 1 week. But a teacher is staying with like 50 children, a teacher is staying with like 60 children, trying to discipline, trying to help you mold your child. But no, you are just being unnecessarily silly, you understand, being unnecessarily dramatic and all that, you understand. So all these things, in what helped us as African, as a people, is because of our communal lifestyle in the sense that if I see my neighbor's child doing something bad or going in a way that is going to lead to destruction, or following some kind of group of people, bad gang or anything, I don't even need to wait till I meet my neighbor. I will meet that child then. I'm talking about before. I will meet that child then and say, come on, where are you going to? What are you doing here by this time of the night? You understand? As anybody should be able to tell a child, what are you doing here? Won't you go back home? But that's what made up our African society. And even the parents will not feel offended that you scolded their child. They will not feel offended that, oh, why did you scold their child? No, they will take it that you are helping, because actually most people that did that out of a sincere mind. I know there are some people that also they were crafty, it's only other people's children they like to correct, it's only other people's children they like to talk to, and their own children they'll just leave them to do as they want. There are also people like that. But guys, most of the people who did this, they did it out of a good mind. They did it out of a mind to help children. They did it out of a mind to help mold society, and it actually helped. Because if you know that my neighbor is in this place, so I would not like to go there because this auntie, she'll go and report me to my parents, so this auntie can come here and disgrace me, and all those things we are helpful because even the parents cooperated. So guys, please, in as much as we are being woke, in as much as we need to respect boundaries, don't overdo things. Don't be that parent that is always known to go to school to fight your children's teachers. You understand? Every time you're always fighting them. that teacher that is teaching like 50 students in the class, do you think it's easy on that person? Why will you always go there and be fighting your child's teacher? In fact, you have a reputation in that school for fighting your child's teacher day in, day out. They know you. They know you. Even if all children are giving corporate punishment, but your own child, once somebody say ha to your child, you've already tied wrapper and you are going to fight. Guys, please, please, please. This is not what our society is known for. You understand? Okay, yes, we are trying to behave like the whites. We are trying to be liberal like the whites. But how are their children? How do they behave? What are they known for? What are they known for? Okay, you are emulating somebody that once the person's child is 18 years, the person's child will leave the parents and be living on his own. He can even bring in a man and live with the man, and he does not even care. Are those the people you really want to emulate? Because when you are trying to follow a society, when you are trying to follow a culture, make sure that you are ready to live by the consequences of what you follow that culture. You understand? Don't just say, oh, these white people, they are behaving like this is how I should behave. No, because even they themselves, they are not finding it easy too. You understand? They are not finding it easy with all these juvenile delinquency and all those things. Okay, now some people now, some Africans also have this problem that, oh, when you take your child abroad, you can't even scold your child because they are going to call, the child is likely to call the police, the child is likely to report you to the authority for abuse. Can you imagine? So my child is supposed to be misbehaving and I'll be clapping for him. Oh, well done, oh, you are doing very well. Or my child will just be living a kind of unrestrained life and I'll just be hailing the child, oh, you are doing well. No, it's not the right thing. Every parent should be able to discipline his child. Understand? So now what I'm going to talk about now is that I've talked about how it used to be before, how it used to be that aunties, neighbors, friends, even enemies can join in training your child, because the African society believe that the children are what a society property. When something is a society property, everybody can put hands together to take care of it and all that. But right now, this is not the case. This is not the case in point. Nobody is anybody's property. Nobody is society property. Nobody is individual property. So you have to understand and adjust to that. You have to know that, oh, right now, you cannot discipline people's children. Even right now, you can't send people's children on an errand without their permission. No matter how set you are in your ways, you have to understand that things have changed. As I am now, I'm living in a compound where there are children, but I cannot just wake up and say, oh, you come and buy something for me. I don't do that. I go and get my things by myself. I don't discipline anybody's child. Yes, I told you that before. I had no problem in doing that. Oh, thank you, Annie. Thank you very much. I'm so grateful. God bless you for watching this video. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you, Annie. So, I don't have any problem before sending people's children on errands. I don't have any problem before, discipline people's children. But right now, I've stopped doing that because I have to adjust to society. This is not what is obtainable these days, you understand? So, and even all these things, this communal life is no more as it used to be. We are losing our values as a society as a result of maybe civilization and all that. Before, if I want to visit a relative, I don't need to call that relative. Hello, please, I want to come to your house. Can I come? I can just pack my things and just, let me go and spend a weekend in this relative house. Let me go and spend the weekend. But now, even if it's my own blood sister, I have to call her. You understand? Please, is it okay for me to come to your house? Are you going to be free this weekend? Can I come? It is what it is. This is the society we find ourselves right now. I can't just wake up one morning and just go to my sister's house because she's my sister and start living there. Yeah, Yes, so the world is changing though, so we need to adjust to it though. Seriously, the world is seriously changing. I don't know whether it's changing for good or for bad. And even all this issue of like going to visit people that give birth, you know, you go there and be carrying their babies. People are very sensitive now. Even if you go to visit somebody that gives birth, most people will hide that child. I'm telling you the gospel truth. They will not even want you to see that child at all. Most people will tell you, oh, don't worry, we've done everything. So like me personally, I made it a personal decision that if I'm not very close to you, auntie, if you give birth, I'll just call you on the phone and greet you. If I'm not very close to you, I will not go to your house maybe to wash your clothes or to clean or cook for you, because people are just so sensitive. People are just so being careful, and you will not like people to be viewing you as a suspect. Because there was something that happened. I went to somebody's house to greet the person when the person gave birth. I went to the person's house. Do you know that this person did not bring out that child? I'm telling you the gospel truth. I was now wondering, why did you now tell people you gave birth to children, if to a child, if you don't want people to come and see your child? So the whole thing just gave me another idea. I was like, no, this is rubbish. If somebody gives birth again and you come, I will not come. If anywhere I see you, I will greet you. Wallahi, the thing is funny. I was now wondering, maybe I'm a witch somewhere and I did not know, because the person was just hiding the child up and down. I was now wondering, what is the meaning of this? Why will you give birth and tell people, and when the person come, you start treating the person like a suspect? You understand, that kind of a thing? But this is the world we find ourselves right now, that it is what it is. So we have to adjust. All this, maybe somebody will give birth, will now go to the person's house to spend the night. People used to do it before. People even used to go and greet the person, bathe the woman and bathe the child. And another thing I think that contributed to this thing is all these prophets that will now be prophesying. Who bathed you when you are small? Who bathed your child when when you gave birth? Is that person that is doing you? Most of all these prophecies that you are seeing, they've brought a lot of problem to people. I'm telling you, they've brought a lot of problem to families. There are many brothers now that are in enmity with themselves because of what one prophet said. There are many wives and husbands that are not in talking terms because of what one prophet said. There are many people that are not in good terms with their neighbors because of one prophet said. So, and when you start treating people like a suspect, man, nobody wants to be treated like a suspect. Nobody wants to be treated like, maybe this one is behaving like this. Me, I will carry my thing jejely and go. So this is the society we find ourselves. Some of all this our communal behavior, you just, like when I was in university, we had that good rapport. If you are passing, you can go to your classmates hostel, you just go relax and come out and go to the next person hostel. But it's no more like that again. People are very, very funny now, and this generation is something else. The earlier we accept that, the better for all of us. Because as it is now, many things that were acceptable in the past is no longer acceptable. There are even many people that I know. The one that is even making me laugh now is that there are some people I know. I met them somewhere else in school where I'm running my program. I was not like, wow, I know you from this place. The person will just look at you. What is this one again? You understand? The person will be like, what? You know me? Okay. I was like, who be Mumu? Who be Mumu? So all those things are things that have really, 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 really changed. So we need to move with the changing times, guys. Respect people's boundary. Don't send people's children on errands. Don't beat people's children. I know it's, this child is just misbehaving, let me give him one knock. No, don't do that. And you, as a parent, stop going around harassing your children's teacher or your child's teacher. I know, okay, what benefit is it to you that your child is in a class, the teacher cannot correct the child? The teacher cannot talk to the child. Anything the child does, the teacher will just leave the child. Even when you come and ask your child's teacher, how is your child behaving? The teacher will not even tell you the truth, because you as a parent, you are not even willing to hear the truth. You are not willing to hear the truth, so the teacher will not tell you the truth. The teacher will tell you he's doing well while your child is not doing well. So this is my little video for today. Please and please, let us do better as a society, both as parents, both as teachers. And teachers, guys, my fellow ndunkuzi, stop disgracing this our noble profession. In as much as they don't pay you well, it's not the child's fault. Don't pour out your frustration on a poor child that has done nothing to you. Oh, because your salary is so meager and your salary cannot even feed you, you now come to class and be beating the children anyhow. You understand? Beating the child without any reason. Please, parents and teachers, don't do that. Don't beat any child without any reason. I don't even believe in flogging children unnecessary. That should be as a last resort. But me personally, when I go to the class, I go with cane, because sometimes these children, once they just see that cane, you don't even need to use it on them. Once they just see that cane, their head will start setting up immediately. So I go to the class with cane. But please, teachers, don't beat children unnecessarily. Don't give them rigorous punishment. A child will pick pin, the child will be crying, the child will you see mucus coming out of the child. No, you don't know the health condition of that child. Don't be giving a child unnecessary punishment without knowing the health condition of that child. Not be you born that child. Don't go and kill somebody's child for it, because at the end of the day, nobody will remember, oh, you are doing it for the good of the child. No, it will be on record that, oh, this is what you are doing. You are maltreating somebody's child and all that. So nobody will. We've heard of cases where teachers beat a child and the child fell sick, a child even died. When they are dragging that teacher up and down, nobody will be like, oh, hey, yeah, and this teacher just wanted to help the child. Oh, no, your name will be dragged to the mud. Your career, that little salary that you feel that is nothing will vanish. You will not even have it again. So as teachers, please let us do well. Let us correct with love. Don't overbeat anybody's child. If they say that you should not beat their child, leave their child for them. Just do your part, and God is going to bless us. So thank you very much. Please, if you've watched this video to the end, don't forget to share, like, and comment. Remember, my vlogmas is coming up soon, guys. It's coming up soon, and it's going to be bomb. It's going to be very, very lit. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video. Please leave a link to your channel. Let us grow together. So thank you very much, and God bless you for watching. Bye bye.